like that, like you really just have to like focus your mind, because like what people don't realize is that life doesn't happen to you. Don't be a victim. Life happens for you. You get to decide how you want life to be. But it's, if you're not paying attention to what you're thinking about, you'll never figure it out.
You need to find out what you want in life, why you want it, and your why has to be strong enough. Otherwise, you're never going to chase it. So
yeah. Now,
find your why.
That too. Find your why. But not only that, but be conscious. Just be conscious of everything. Sometimes you don't realize that your mind is playing a record on the background, and you're not even being conscious of what you're thinking.
It's subconscious. It's already natural.
Exactly. You know, it's
when you wake up and you're like already putting your work shirt on.
Yeah.
Don't think like that. Think about like, oh, one day I'm gonna work for me or something like that.
Yeah. Not even like think like that. You gotta think like it's you are right now. You can't think about tomorrow. Like tomorrow doesn't exist, and neither does the past. Only thing that we truly know that exists is the eternal now. But you know, what you do with the now does affect the future. You know, people don't realize that their words proceed into the future.
Yeah.
You know, like with people leave their mark and echo through history, through the vibrations of the marks that they left in this world.
Because if you travel back, the words came from you. You came from here, and that's who you are.
Yeah. Like you can like. Your consciousness is basically, like, that's how you can make yourself eternal. Like they said, there's a saying that, you know, when you are conscious of your voice and who you are no different from the immortals, because
right,
you are part of history.
You're alive, but you're walking and you're moving, but you have no real thought of who you are or what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take that wherever you go.
Yeah. And like, if you leave your mark on this world, like, it's like you're still alive, you know?
Yeah, because people remember you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it means. So like, we should be living. It
doesn't matter how much money you have.
Yeah.
If you can do something to change somebody else's life, I feel like in the afterlife, like doesn't happen to you, it happens for you.
Exactly. Like
because it's almost impossible to become a human being. It's like 1 in 4 billion. Gary says it all the time. It's like impossible. You're one that.
Like. I know you may not believe in religion, and like I said, whatever.
No, yeah, I do. I believe in God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hell
yeah. Okay, because like
you need to believe in Him.
Because like even science right now, the more they learn about the universe and consciousness, they're starting to realize that the universe really is impossible. That it was already came into existence. Like, if the world was a trillionth of a trillion faster, like when it exploded, it would have all dispersed into just pure gas. But if it would have been just a trillionth of a trillionth, like sliver slower. It would have just collapsed on itself. Like, it was perfectly right for, like, life to exist.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah.
But nothing is impossible.
Exactly. Except for, I'm possible.
Except for, I'm possible. You don't know.
Yeah, but no. Like, life was, like, really amazing. And even, like, scientists have before said, like, that there's, like, a fingerprint on the universe. Like, it's, like, all... like architecture to the perfect existence of everything. Like there's so
obviously there's a God, and obviously He's perfect.
Yeah.
Because something came from nothing, except nothing had to be from something, and that was Him.
But here's
I don't know.
Here's the trippy part that people don't tell you much in church, or people don't like. You might not know about it, but in the Bible itself, it says that you shall reap what you sow. You know, ask and you shall receive.
Right.
Knock
and he'll give it to you.
Yeah, like you just have, but the only thing is you have to believe it. And
that's the only thing. You just, even if you didn't all your life, just today be like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly, because like.
And then you'll figure out from that moment that He loved you even when you didn't love yourself, and that's even greater.
Yeah.
That's like the best feeling. You're just like, damn, all that shit I did to myself, like I can just.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's what like it means to like forgive and let go. You know, and the amazing part is, think of like life as an ocean, you know, and but your timeline is like a row. Each row that you make in your life has brought you to where you are right now. But if you don't use that rows that you've taken, you'll never move anywhere in life. You have to use those to push you forward, because the mistakes that we make can either weigh us down, or we can become creative and use them as building blocks to get up. You know, you have to learn from your mistakes to get up.
Obviously, one at a time. That's why it's so important to be patient too.
Exactly.
Because some people are always giving up.
Yeah.
But obviously, you can't build if you're giving up. It's all gonna fall again. And if you do give up, you have to start from the beginning. That's why, That's why patience is important, and that's why consistency is important too.
That's why it's better that we should be like children, because children are lively. They don't hold on to things when things happen.
Yeah.
And like not only that, but when they go through life as a toddler, they fall and they get back up. We have to think like children and be like, keep going. Don't matter. Like when you're a little kid, you don't even realize it, but you want to learn everything.
And you don't realize when you start to think like a rat, like you said.
Yeah. Because once we get older, we're like put into schools, and like that like brainwashes us to the max. Everything. Like if you don't realize it, if you don't know this, but they've realized that you have a consciousness of everything you're aware of. Mm-hmm. But your subconsciousness is like a sponge at all times, 24/7. Be aware of what you're feeding your mind.
Even when you're asleep.
Exactly, because what you hear also like affects you. That's why what you
podcasts instead of sex, drugs, and money. Music. I mean, everybody has their own like style of life, but I feel like if you give at least 15 minutes, 10 minutes a day, it can change you.
Oh yeah.
Or start your morning like with a smile at least. Goddamn.
Yeah, no, for real. Like just thinking positive in general, but yeah. And have you ever heard of the double slit experiment?
The devil what?
Double slit experiment.
Oh, the double
slit. Like double slits, like a slit.
The particles.
Yeah. You've heard about that?
Yeah, kind of like how the past, present, and the future are all happen simultaneously. So it's kind of like a house. You're just in a different part of the house, like a different room.
Yeah. Like everything is possible. Mm-hmm.
But that's just our universe. This is just our house.
No, of course, yeah. But I mean, like the past, present, and future are all one. That means that everything is always happening in the eternal now. Exactly.
And time, I think.
Did you know, if you don't realize it, we are children of God. We are the sons and daughters of God. Exactly. But people don't understand that. Like even Jesus, it says in the Bible.
Jesus was God.
He said it himself. Like he's a human being in the form of God, but we were also created in the form of God.
Yeah, he wasn't so special.
Exactly. And he said whatever he can do, we can do, but so much more.
Exactly. He's just the name and like the figure.
Yeah.
That we give God to. But.
Exactly, but like, and here's the interesting part. This song. Right here, this one. This song, And I just got up, and I stood by that window. And I looked outside, and the world never looked more beautiful in that moment, and I looked back to where I came from. Like I was looking at how much of my time I spent with my girlfriend, how toxic she was, and then I was just so lost. I lost all my ambitions, all the energy, all the liveliness to chase after my dreams, and I was making them reality. She saw that light in my eyes, but then it dimmed away. I lost myself because I put her above everything else. But then I realized that guy who I was, he's gone, and now I'm on to better things. The world can be a better place if we all just wake up from this dream that we're living in. The government is really controlling. We are slaves, and we don't even know it because we're enslaved in our minds. They've blinded us with all this technology, all this food, all these advertisements, all this noise, but we don't even realize it. It's time to wake up. It's time to realize that words have power, and our thoughts are powered by that. We have the power to create a different reality for ourselves because we are our own universes. We have our own different experiences based on the consciousness of our thoughts. But if you are not aware of your thoughts and your words, then you are just living your life on autopilot, and you're just running around this hamster wheel we call life, working 9 to 5. Well, this life is not meant to be like that. We're meant to live happy, free, living our passions, actually feeling like we're making a difference and changing the world. But right now, we're struggling, barely even called living. We're just alive. We've forgotten what it means to truly be a human being. But even more than that, this isn't for the people who don't want to wake up. This may make you uncomfortable. This is not going to be easy to realize. It's not easy to swallow this pill. But it is the truth, and it is reality, and it's time to wake up. Otherwise, fall asleep and remain behind. Because it's time for revolution. And it's no joke. It's time to wake up.
How do you think someone can wake up?
Wake up? I think the best way to wake someone up is to like grab their attention and show them, like, you have to like connect with them truly heart to heart so they can like actually believe what you're saying, because you can't change the world if you don't believe words. Like words.
You have to keep an open mind and an open heart for sure to even accept anything.
Exactly. Like if you have a closed mind, you won't understand it. Like the whole way we can all connect with one another is not to like change points of views or to like try to go one way or another. Just keep an open mind about everything. Just like, you know, observe it and, you know, like play with it, you know. Like you don't have to believe it, but just play with the idea.
Experience a little.
Exactly. You have to experience
even
it.
If you thought wrong, I mean, you can think wrong. I mean, that's what I mean. You can think wrong or something and know it's like, oh, it's not what I thought.
Yeah.
And then, like, I never thought I'd be doing business and like talking about.
How long have you been like actually in the school now? How long does it take till you actually graduate?
I didn't graduate.
No, I said until you graduate.
I'm not in school.
What? I thought you were going to the one in Chicago.
No.
Huh?
No, man. I came back like a year ago. And I moved back to my parents' house because Yasmin did me wrong.
Oh.
You never did? No?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start from there.